So when Lord Ram came to Ayodhya back from the 14 years of exile, the citizens were so happy out of joy, out of gratitude, out of love. They all put rows of lamps to welcome the Lord. And they had so much love for the Lord that actually they said that without Lord, without our master, without our dear Supreme Lord, the kingdom is like a forest. And with the Supreme Lord, our God, our Lord Ram, the forest is like the kingdom. So they were not attached to the facilities of the kingdom. They were attached to the love and devotion to the Lord. So actually we have today a neighbor and friend, Jennifer, also.
Hello, nice to meet you.
And she joins us every day for the Damodar Ashtakam. And we are running a little late, so I thought that today is the day of Diwali also, so we can do this together, and we can do the Damodar Ashtakam, and then we can also discuss a few verses from the Bhagavatam, our holy text, and take some lessons on this day. And we also know that the famous Damodar Leela also happened on this day, because Mata Yashoda, the mother of the Supreme Lord Damodar or Krishna, was personally churning butter, and that's the time when Krishna broke the butter pot and mother got angry upon him and tied him with the grinding mortar. And that's the beautiful Damodar pastime or episode which happened on this day. And we have discussed this prayer of Damodar Ashtakam, the 8 verses or the 8 couplets which glorify the Supreme Lord and his different pastimes, and how a devotee, Satyavrat Muni in this case, who is the author of this song, is not asking for any material benediction. Generally, people go to the Lord to ask for something material, like give me wealth, give me health, give me home, give me car, give, right? But this wonderful personality is asking for a supremely nice thing. Then give me the remembrance of your beautiful child form. That is my only desire. So great devotees also ask, but their ask is spiritual. They're not asking their selfish needs. So, idam te vapurnath gopala balam sada me manasya virastam kimani. That you remember, give me the remembrance of the beautiful form of the Lord. So that's the only thing I'm aspiring for. Not aspiring for liberation, not aspiring for wealth or anything else. And may you be always be the object of my vision. May you always be there. I'm willing to reject the millions of other things which the worldly people may ask for. And like how you gave the sons of Kuvera, the two, the sons who were very proud of their beauty and wealth, and they became trees. But the Lord, after he was tied to this grinding mortar, he got between the 2 trees and then pulled the mortar, and the 2 trees who were, as Manjulali said, they were earthquake proof, hurricane proof. But when Hari pulls, or Hari is the name of Krishna, when Hari pulls, then hurricane proof does not work. So that's the beauty of the Lord. So finally, those trees were delivered, and Satyavrat Muni, the devotee here, is also remembering that episode, that how you gave them the bhakti, the devotion to Lord, the loving devotion. Please, in the same way, give me the prema bhakti, the devotion to Lord, the love of God. That's the only aspiration. And finally, offer prayers to the robe, to Mother Yashoda, to Sri Radharani, the consort of Lord Krishna, and to this wonderful unlimited pastimes of the Supreme Lord. So we'll sing this wonderful prayers, especially on this day of Diwali, which actually this pastime happened. It is very, very glorious. So we can meditate upon that mood, in that pastime and try to sing this. Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Bhrajamanam Namamishwaram Sachidanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Bhrajamanam Yashodabhiyolukaladhavamanam Param Rishtamatyantato Drutya Gopya Yashodabhiyolukaladhavamanam Param Rishtamatyantato Drutya Gopya Rudantamohornitra yugmam rijantam Karam bhuja yugamina satankanetram Rudantamohornitra yugmam rijantam Karam bhuja yugamina satankanetram Muhushvasakam patri rekhanka kantha Sthita graivam damodaram bhakti badham Muhushvasakam patri rekhanka kantha Sthita graiva damodaram bhakti badham Iti driksvalilabhe ananda kunde Swaghosham nimajantam akhyapayantam Iti driksvalilabhe ananda kunde Swaghosham nimajantam akhyapayantam Tadyeshi tagyeshu bhaktirjitatvam Guna primatastam shatavriti vande Tadyeshi tagyeshu bhaktirjitatvam Guna primatastam shatavriti vande Varam diva moksham na mokshavadim va Nachanya vraneham varishadapiha Varam diva moksham na mokshavadim va Nachanya vraneham varishadapiha Idam teva purnath Gopal balam sadami manasya virastam kimanyai idam teva purnatha Gopal balam sadami manasya virastam kimanyai idam te mukham bhojam atyanta nilay Vritam kuntalai snigdharaktisha gopya Idam te mukham bhojam atyanta nilay Vritam kuntalai snigdharaktisha gopya Muhus chumbitam bimba raktadharam me Manasya virastam alam lakshalabhai Muhushumbitam bimba raktadharam me Manasya virastam alam lakshalabhai Namo diva damodarananta vishnu Prasida prabho dukha jalabdi magnam Namo diva damodarananta vishnu Prasida prabho dukha jalabdi magnam Kripa drishti vrishyati dinam vatanu Grihani shamamagyame dakshi drishya Kripa drishti vrishyati dinam vatanu Grihanisha mama gyane dakshideshyam Kuberatma jaubadha murteya yadva Tvayamuchitao bhakti bhajo krito cha Kuberatma jaubadha murteya yadva Tvayamuchitao bhakti bhajo krito cha Tatha prima bhaktim swakammi prayacha Namukshi misti damudareha Tatha prima bhaktim swakammi prayacha Namukshi misti damudareha Namaste stu damne spuradipti dhamne Tvadiyo darayatha vishvasya dhamni Namaste stu dhamni spuradipti dhamni Tvadiyo darayatha vishvasya dhamni Namo radhikayai tvadiya priyaye Namo nanta lilaya devayatobhyam Namo radhikayai tvadiya priyaye Namo nanta lilaya devayatobhyam Namamishvaram sachidananda rupam Lasat kundalam gokule bhajamanam Namamishvaram sachidananda rupam Lasat kundalam gokule brajamanam Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jayo Radha, Damodara Radha, Mudar Shri Radhe. Jayo Yashoda, Damodara Yashoda, Damodara Yashoda. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Gurudev. Shri Damodar ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Jennifer, you want to say something to the online, how you feel? It's been like 2 weeks you have been doing. You want to say a few words?
Oh,
Please, I'll give you the laptop so you can speak. Yeah, please be comfortable.
oh. Hi. So I've been blessed to do you have to help me now because lamp offering most nights.
Most, yeah. You just missed like one when we were out.
When you were traveling,
Yes.
I think. Yeah, and then also they gifted me with the picture of Yashoda and baby Krishna, and the chant, the Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, and I've lived in LA before, so I had some exposure to Hare Kṛṣṇa in the temple and eating there for several years before moving to Punta Gorda. But I feel a sense of softening in my heart, and a sense just to have the spiritual connection and practice like every night. In addition to the chanting, I feel this softening of my heart and this sense of peace that's been really strange a little bit, but it's because I tend to be slightly running like a little anxious, I've been that since I've been little, but it's helped. And also Govinda's wife Manjalali cooks like the most wonderful food. So all of it's been really I just feel blessed.
We are blessed to have you regularly.
Yeah, and I'm the next condo over, so it's eco-friendly and easy commute. So I just walk over. So anyway, so I'm very new, but I can feel, and like with friends, like I have like good friends, but there's something special about when you share something that's like with more depth. I hate to compare it, but I mean, you have friends where you like, you can socialize, or you can like have like more surface level. But what I like, especially coming here, is the depth and the spiritual connection. So
thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful.
But thank you.
Thank you. We are so glad to have you. So I'll go inside. Maybe someone can chant a few mantras, and I'll go inside and connect my system. We will probably want to chant a few Hare Kṛṣṇa mantras. I'll be there.
Prabhu, you can do chanting. You can lead.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare
Let others
Krishna,
do it.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Prabhu is here. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. It was wonderful, Ravi Prabhu. So I hope you're having a wonderful Damodar Maas and Deepavali Utsava. Today I was hearing His Holiness Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj explaining what is Utsava. Utsava means darkness, bad, miseries. Utsava means one which destroys the miseries or discomfort, problem. So in Utsava, everyone is happy, joyful. And our Vedic culture is a land of Utsavas, where with a lot of utsaha or enthusiasm we celebrate. And therefore Srila Rupa Goswami has marked in Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that one must celebrate, as you were discussing yesterday, one must celebrate the festivals connected with the Supreme Lord, with his activities, pastimes, etc., etc. So today is the Deepavali. We all know the two famous things which happened, Lord Ram's coming back, and for Gaudiya Vaishnavas, it's the Damodar Leela pastime happened. And also the Pandavas returned on this day. Also the Bali Maharaj surrender to Sri Vaman Day also happened on this day as well. So a lot of wonderful pastimes. King Vikramaditya was also coronated on this day. So a lot of events are connected to this special day. But now we will change gears and read Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam udiraye nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu Nityaṁ bhāgavata-sevayā bhagavati uttama shloke bhaktir bhavati nashtaki durlabhamanasho deho dehinam shanabhangure tatrapi durlabham manye vaikuntha priya darshinaham Gurve Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalayi Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Reading Canto 9, Chapter 23, the second last chapter of this canto. Anyone remembers text 19, which we read and memorized, tried to memorize, which talks about the glories of hearing the Yaduvamsh Katha? Anyone remembers? Varnayami Mahapunyam. And then Mataji, you want to say? Sorry.
Varnayami Mahapunyam Papam Sarva Papam Nunoni. No. I'm sorry. I thought I remembered. I'm sorry.
Haram. Yeah, Sarva Papam Haram.
Haram Runam. Shunvanti some. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yadu Vamshaha Naram Shrutva Sarva Papai Pramuchyate. Varnayami Mahapunyam Sarva Papahanam Niram Yadurvamsham Nara Shrutva Sarva Papai Pramuchyate. And why is it that special? Yatra avatirno Bhagavan Parama nar akritah param atma nar akritah yatra avatirno bhagavan paramatma nar akrita, where the Supreme Lord appeared in the human-like form. So we read till this, or actually we moved a little further, but this is an important verse since we are talking about Yadu Vamsha. And then we were at the Kartavirya Arjuna, right, which was text number 24, 25. We read 25 as well. Sorry, we have to read 25. So we were talking about the Kartavirya Arjuna and the same personality who fought with Parasurama. So text 25. Nanunam kartaviryasya gatim yashyanti parthivaha yagyadana tapo yogai shrutva virya dayadibhi. Translation wise, Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. No other king in this world could equal Kartavirya Arjuna in sacrifices, charity, austerity, mystic power, education, strength, or mercy. Hare Kṛṣṇa. So, looks like a very, very powerful king and a lot of wonderful qualities. But we also know, as Sudhir Prabhu brought this point, that even great personalities, like Narkasura is a classic example. Narkasura or Bhaumasura was Krishna's child, Varadev's child. So even the child of the Supreme Lord, in bad association of Banasur, became, so low in character. The example of Duvida, the gorilla, or many, many examples are there, that it does not matter how high parentage is or what the past may be. So he's in this wonderful Vamsha of Yadu, but the association and the qualities can certainly degrade one to the greatest extent. We were just sharing, I was just telling Jennifer briefly about the story of Ramayana. And then the classic example there also about association, how Mata, Kekai was very pleased when she first time heard the news that Lord Ram will be coronated as the king. But what was the name? Manthara? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
Manthara, the Dasi, was not happy because she had vested interest in their selfish agendas. So by her bad association, evil association, the mind of Kekai was corrupted by the bad association of Manthara. So we have to always be on guard. And then the same Kekai asked, who loved Lord Ram more than Bharat, the same Kekai asked to kick out Lord Ram for 14 years or exile him for 14 years. So, very powerful association. So let's see what this King Kartavirya Arjuna.
So, Prabhuji, the Lord's child, a son, Narkasura Bhaumasura, this name he got after the bad association, or he was given this name after the birth? Because Narkasura is Oshu already. How come the Lord's son got the name?
Generally, these come from their pastimes, or generally, like Dushasan also is said that his name was not originally Dushasan, Duryodhana, etc. So I don't know exactly how and when, but certainly appears from their pastimes and the qualities. Yes, Nandini Mataji, could we add anything?
Yeah. So Bhaumasura, because he's the son of Bhumi. And Narakasura, because his palace was constructed below the so many layers below the earth inside the ocean. That's why Narakasura, Prabhu. As far as I know. Please add or Hare Kṛṣṇa. Dhanyavad.
Very cool. Thank you so much, Mataji. So, okay, so let's move to the next verse, 26. Yes, Vipul bro, want to read this one?
Shivaji, Hare Kṛṣṇa devotees, Dandavat Pranam, all goes to Śrīla Prabhupada, text 26. Panchasti Shasrani hi abhata balo shama anasta vitto smarano bhuje kasya sat vasu. Translation: by his divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Śrīla Prabhupada is joy. For 85,000 years, Kartavya Arjuna continuously enjoyed material opulences with full bodily strength and unimpaired memory. In other words, he enjoyed inexhaustible material opulences with his sixth sense. Back to Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. 85,000 years. Long time. So yes, he was very powerful. We just discussed that. He was quite powerful. He was charitable also. So if someone just hears this, right, then it portrays a very good picture of Kartavya Arjuna, isn't it? No other king in this world could equal Kartavya Arjuna in this. And that's a kind of, thing which therefore we were discussing about Karna also earlier, that a lot of people, yes, Karna had a lot of good qualities, charitable, strength, power, son of Kuntiman. But that does not if one makes a sweet rice, let's say 10 kilograms of sweet rice, and then puts 5 drops of hardcore poison in it, then the whole sweet rice turns into poison. So that's the example. So yes, these great qualities, strengths, attributes, etc., if they are not utilized for the Supreme Lord and his devotees and seva for selfless purposes, then they certainly may cause havoc. And we see Ravana was very powerful, a lot of strength, valor, charitable, Karna, Kartavya Arjuna. But it was the same personality who was, fought with, and we discussed the whole reason why there was a fight, etc. So let's see what happens here. He ruled for a very long time. And 27. And then Mataji, interview.
Yes, devotees, Dandavat Pranam devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Text 27. Tasya putra sahastreshu panche varita mrudhe jayadhvaja shuraseno vrishabho madhururjitaha. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Of the 1,000 sons of Kartavya Arjuna, only 5 remained alive after the fight with Parasurama. Their names were Jayadhvaja, Surasena, Vrishabha, Madhu, and Urjita. Back to you, Prabhu. Please add. Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Hare Kṛṣṇa. Thank you so much, Mataji. So we all read the story of Kartavya Arjuna and the fight with Sri Parasurama in chapter number 15-ish, for the Yayati story. So 15, Lord Parasurama destroys the ruling class. So we read over there all these Wonderful. So I'll just quickly maybe take one or two important points from there. So when Jamdagni was meditating upon the Supreme Lord, they took the opportunity, the sons of Parasurama, the sons of Kartavirya Arjuna. Then Renuka, the wife of Jamdagni, was crying. And then she called out Ram, Ram, Parasurama. They picked up the Parshu and then destroyed the city of Mahishmati and made a mountain of heads, severed the bodies of the sons of Kartavirya Arjuna. This is chapter number 16. Created a river, ghastly river, which brought great fear to the kings who had no respect for Brahmanical culture. So in short, there was no respect. The whole reason of killing of Kartavirya Arjuna, including his sons, was no respect for Brahmanical culture. And this place is called Samanta Panchak. 9 lakes filled with their bloods. So it's not exactly mentioned how many sons he killed. There were probably hundreds, thousands. Is it mentioned anywhere? But 5 were left. And these 5 are the ones which we read in this particular verse. So that's a connection between this chapter and chapter 17. Any other comments anyone has? Text 28. Yes, Maswati, Mataji, want to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam everyone. Text 28. Jayadvajat talanjanghas tasya putra satam tva abhut shatram yat talajangha khayam ayurva tejo pasamritam. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Jayadvaja had a son named Talajangha, who had 100 sons. All the Kshatriyas in that dynasty, known as Talajanga, were annihilated by the great power received by Maharaja Sagar from Aurva Rishi. So here, translation, Prabhupada is explaining that Talajanga was the son of Jayadvaja. Jayadvaja was one of the son of Kartavirya Arjuna, and Talajanga was annihilated, and all his sons were annihilated, his dynasties, by Maharaj Sagar, and he got the power from a rishi named Ayurva. Back to you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, I think we'll go to the next verse because there's no purport. Raghu Prabhu, want to read?
Thank you. I can read. Hare Krishna, devotees. Text 29. Tesam jesto vitihotro vishnihi putro madhot smrata tasya putra satam tvat asid vishnichestam yatakulam. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. The sons of Talajanga, Vitihotra was the eldest. The son of Vitihotra named Madhu had a celebrated son named Śrī. Madhu had 100 sons, of whom Śrī was the eldest. The dynasties known as Yadava, Madhava, and Śrī had their origin from Yadu, Madhu, and Śrī. Hare Krishna. Back to you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So I think that's, we read one of the names of Krishna is Madhava, right? A lot of times comes in Bhagavad Gita also, and Krishna used to, Arjuna used to address with this name a lot. Hey Madhava. Hariharaya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namah Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namah Gopal Govindaram Shri Madhusudana Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana. So over there also we see Yadavaya Madhavaya. The word is coming. Because Krishna appeared in these wonderful dynasties. Vrishni Vamsha Pradeepa or Yadu Vamsha Pradeepa. So these are very important. Any other comments anyone has? So we'll see in the next chapter actually. This will come, that how from Vrishni the other children came, and how Krishna also appeared in this. Okay, so the next chapter will explain further the Vrishni dynasty, or the Madhu dynasty, or the Yadu dynasty. Okay, text 30, 31, Prabir Prabhu, want to read?
Hare Kṛṣṇa Prabhu, Hare Kṛṣṇa devotees, Thunderbolt Pranam, Jai Śrīla Prabhupada. Madhava Krishnaya Rajan, Jadava Cheti Samagnita, Jodu Putraisha Cha Krasta, Putra Bijinabam Stata, Sahita Ata Vishagdur Hai, Toshya Chitra Rathastatha, Shashobindhur Mahajogi, Mahabhago Mahan Abhut, Chaturdasha Maharatnash, Chakravarti Aparajita. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. O Maharaj Parikshit, because Jadu, Madhu, and Vrishni each inaugurated a dynasty. Their dynasties are known as Jadava, Madhava, and Vrishni. The son of Jadu, named Krishna, had a son named Brijinaban. The son of Brijinaban was Sahita. The son of Sahita, Vishagdu. The son of Vishagdu, Chitraratha. And the son of Chitraratha, Shashabindu. The greatly fortunate Shashabindu, who was a great mystic, possessed 14 opulences and was the owner of 14 great jewels. Thus he became the emperor of the world. Purport. In the Markandeya Purana, the 14 kinds of great jewels are described as follows: an elephant, a horse, a chariot, a wife, arrows, a reservoir of wealth, a garland, valuable costumes, trees, a spear, a noose, jewels, an umbrella. Regulatory principles. To be the emperor, one must possess all 14 of these opulences. Shashabindu possessed them all. Hare Kṛṣṇa. So here we can see that Prabhupada is saying that how Shashabindu was so, he was possessing all the 14 jewels. Actually, I was just thinking when I was reading that in Lord Krishna's lotus feet, the marks, some of them are there, like the umbrella is there. Then can you probably put this slide on again, please? Usually in the Lord Krishna's lotus feet, in his right, which is from our left, if you look, he has on the great toe, where great toe is meeting the forefoot, and then just below that there is a disc, and in the middle there is a lotus flower, and towards the fifth toe, underneath that there is the elephant gourd, and below that is the braja, means the thunderbolt, and then in the middle there is a flag, and then there is a uddharekha between this between the disc, Sudarshan chakra, and the lotus flower, and then in the below there is a like octagon, and then Shastika Chinna. So some of them, those are there. You can see that. Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. And on the, we can see that actually, you can see that Radharani's left foot, which is ours right, is almost resembles the Krishna's right foot. And then Krishna's left foot has like 8 marks there. There is a conch shell, then there is sky, the mark for the sky, and there is a bow, is that also possessed by the Shashubindu, and there is a like hoof print of the calf, and then there is a triangle, then there are like small in Bengali it says scholarship, like small, then there is a half moon, and there is a fish, and Radharani also have all those things in her side. I mean, there are some little difference. Radharani's and Krishna's, she doesn't have the octagon, she doesn't have the shastika, and she doesn't have the bow or anything like that. And so, I mean, I was just thinking that those opulences. Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. So, those are the opulences, I think. But Krishna possesses all of them. Prabhu, please add or correct.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Prabhu, for that wonderful meditation on Krishna's lotus feet on this wonderful day of Damodar Lila and Deepavali. So thank you so much. And it's I was thinking, even Krishna showed that in Raja, when Damodar Lila, Mata Yashoda saw Krishna's footprints over the butter. She was the real spy and detective. That's how she got to know that it's Krishna's little lotus feet running in the different other room. But even the expert thieves leave behind a trace. Is Chauragraganyam Purusham Namami, even the expert thief leaves some trace, especially to a spy. Bhakta Jitatvam, the spy who can win through the bhakti, they can always find a trace that where my Lord is. Devotees also find trace. Sometimes, so many people, they may not know the Hare Krishna tune. Where is it coming from? Where is it coming? Oh, the Harinam is going here. Finally, they reach to the trace of the holy sounds or the books. Or so many people, they get the books, they don't know where to go. then they go to the trace. Finally, they find a Hare Krishna temple address behind the book or some website or something. So we should also keep leaving those traces as far as possible by sharing the seeds of His Holiness Vishika Maharaj says that this is Vishika Prabhu, that books are like seeds. We should spread the seeds, and with time they will ripen. They will sprout to grow. And I was amazed to see, these are all wonderful, great 14 opulences. So we don't need to get elephant or chariot. Some of them may not be practical these days, but I'll focus on the last of these, the regulative principles. So just imagine, to be an emperor also, to be a real emperor, one needs to have this opulence of regulative principle. So now, generally, regulative principles, no one considers them as opulence. People consider it as a constraint. Hey, why are you saying to do this, do that? Hey, why are you saying to get up early, follow the ABCD, follow do's and don'ts? It's a regulation, regulation. But this is a regulation. It's not regulation. It's a great opulence. How come it is opulence? Because it will help us to grow in our spiritual life. So one who can maintain that, Goswami, is the real king. One who is the controller of their senses, their mind. Why is the sannyasis addressed as Maharaj? Because the emperor, they are the emperor of all emperors. To be a real emperor, one must have this opulence of regulation. So it's an opulence. So one should not feel that I am constrained or I am bound. This is our opulence, actually. A spiritual opulence. So there should be spiritual pride that I belong to this parampara. Not in a negative way, but spiritual pride is good to have spiritual pride. Spiritual pride in the sense that I am a representative of the Guru Parampara. I am a member of ISKCON. I must not do anything which will put a black spot on my Guru or Prabhupada, Vaishnavas, or my Krishna conscious society. So this is the opulence of regulative principles. The animals on the street don't have any opulence of regulative principles, right? Or the people who live animalistic life. So they don't have that opulence. Only rare souls have that opulence of regulative principles. They are the real emperors. Any other comments anyone has?
Yeah, I have one quick question. On those signs on Krishna's feet, we see the swastika temples and so on. Do you know what that signifies? I was curious.
It's a great question. Can I, Nandini Mataji, or you want to answer?
To some of them, I can explain. Like Sudarshan Chakra is, if we take shelter of the chakra, is going to protect us. Unlimited in Krishna's lotus feet. So that Sudarshan Chakra actually protects our bhakti. And then umbrella, if we go under the umbrella, we are protected. So if we take shelter of Krishna's lotus feet, we are protected.
So elephant
the
gold
flag, it reflects, like if we take Krishna's lotus feet. Go ahead, Mataji.
After you finish, Prabhu.
No, I was saying that the flag, it reflects that if we take shelter of the Krishna lotus feet, then
Oh, I'm not sure if it's I can't hear or
No, Prabhu, we can't hear either.
No, hello. Yeah.
maybe the voice was breaking a little bit.
Prabhu, please go ahead.
Mataji,
Please. My signal. Yeah, please.
Mataji, please.
Prabhu, I'm sending you this in WhatsApp. If you can put it on Zoom, you can copy paste in Zoom. Are you able to do that? Or I can email you. There are 13, 14 symbols. Maybe you can read. Okay, I will read, Prabhu. Okay, I don't hear anything from you, sir. So this is just found from a book. This clears or reduces all of our 6 enemies for devotional life, such as anger, jealousy, moha, pride, vengeance, and desire, kama. Lotus, which increases the greed for him in the minds of the bee-like devotees who meditate on his feet. Yes, Prabhu, please read. It will be very nice coming from you. And also welcome to this new person. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, actually, she's outside.
Acha.
I thought this would be too much for her.
Acha.
She just gradually trying, so she's outside with Manjulan.
Maybe devotees can read one by one. Or
yeah,
this
that
is
would be great. These are thank you for sharing these wonderful meanings. We can meditate upon these. So, can you read till the Lotus one?
Yes, Prabhu, precisely.
Lotus. So, conscious, which reveals all the knowledge to the devotee. I'm thinking of Dhruva Maharaj, right? Lord Krishna touched his transcendental conch shell, and Dhruva wanted to offer prayers. So, Divyagyan Hridaya Prakashito Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam Yenamam Payanti. So we can meditate upon Krishna's lotus feet in the conch, and that Krishna, please give me the right knowledge which is conducive for my bhakti. And please make me forget, because you're the source of knowledge and you're the source of forgetfulness. Make me forget all the crap inside my head which is not conducive to bhakti. So you can remember the conch. Okay, next, anyone wants to read Thunderbolt?
Yeah, Thunderbolt, which smashes the mountains of his devotees' reactions to past sins. So all the past sins are washed away with the Thunderbolt.
Giri Parashan Api Paparashin. Giri is mountain. Giri Pasaran Api Paparashin. Paparashi, the mountains of sins we have accumulated in so many lifetimes, will be destroyed by this Vajra, or the Thunderbolt of the Supreme Lord. So we can pray. Krishna has committed a lot of sinful activities, but your katha, your everything, and you just read this. Yaduvamsha Sarva Papa Pramuchyate Sarva Papa Haram Nrinam. So all the papa will be destroyed. Even in the offering, glories of offering lamp, it is said, one who offers lamp to Lord Damodara, the sins of millions of lifetimes will be, removed in just a blink of an eye. The lotus was the greed, right? The greed. So we can have spiritual greed for him, for Krishna. Okay. So disc is basically this. We also discuss that. Discuss. We discuss about the disc. Reduces the 6 enemies: lust, anger, greed, envy, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh. So Sudarshana Mahajwala Koti Surya Samaprabha. These enemies are very, very big, but the disc of the Supreme Lord, you are so powerful that for you, uprooting these big enemies is nothing. I can't do on my own. but you help me out. You please burn away, like how you burnt away the Trijta when Durvasa Muni created the Trijta for Amrish to kill him. You burnt away. The fiery monster was burned by the fire of Sudarshan, because your fire is like millions of suns put together. So please burn these false 6 enemies which are troubling me. So then comes the elephant god. Anyone wants to read this?
I can read, Prabhuji. Elephant god, which brings the elephants of his devotees' minds under control.
Wonderful. So mind is, elephant, they are especially known for when they're in their kind of unmatta avastha, they are uncontrollable. They can be very wild. And the mind is like that. And the mind, can be the best of the friends, worst of the enemies. So praying to the lotus feet of the Lord Krishna, may this elephant god, or the instrument, the tool used by the Mahavat to bring the elephant under control. So may Krishna, this elephant god, at your lotus feet, help me to bring my elephant-like mind, wild elephant-like mind, under control by always thinking of your lotus feet. So you can pray to that elephant god. Yes, barley, corn, anyone? Aswati, Mataji, you want to read?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Barley corn represents that Lord carries all kinds of enjoyable opulences for the devotees.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. So we can remember the grains from here, right? Krishna Prasad is very, very appealing to everyone. The Lord carries all kinds of enjoyment. Whatever is conducive, what's that famous verse?
Whatever feels favorable to devotional service, that one.
I carry what
Anukulena Krishna. Oh, I carry what.
Yeah, I preserve what they. I carry what they. I preserve what they have and carry what they lack. Right.
That one is Ananyas Chintayantaman Jejana Pujupashate Teshang Nityavijuktana Jogokshamam Bahamyam.
Wonderful. So I protect what my devotee have and provide what my devotee has. Krishna provides whatever is enjoyable opulence for the devotees. So if a devotee is worshipping nicely, then Krishna will provide opulence. If he sees the right mood, like Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, he gave the kingdom. So barley corn, he gives wonderful prasad. Like Prabhupada came empty-handed practically to United States 70 years back. Day after tomorrow is the disappearance day of Srila Prabhupada on Sunday. So he came empty-handed practically. No money, no resources, nothing. But Krishna gave hundreds of temples, thousands of devotees, millions of dollars. And best of the best. So barley corn. So we can pray, Krishna, whatever you feel is good for my bhakti, you may provide that. Whatever you feel is not conducive, you may kindly take it. Bo, anyone?
I can read.
Yes,
gives relief from one's distress and get a blissful feeling with tears due to prem.
Thank you, Prabhu. Gives relief from one's distress. We all are distressed. Adi Bhautik, Adi Atmik, Adi Devik, so many kaleshas in this world. But when we take shelter of Krishna's bow, Krishna's lotus feet, then we'll be happy. Tears due to prema, rather than crying tears due to distress, which all the people are crying. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, I don't have this. Oh, my child doesn't listen. Oh, my husband doesn't listen. Oh, my wife doesn't do this. Everyone is crying. But when we meditate upon Krishna's bow, our tears out of worldly distress will transform from tears due to spiritual bliss or prema. That's a wonderful meditation. I'm crying out of misery, but let me, Krishna, please, oh, the bow of the Supreme Lord, let me cry out for your prema. Flag gives security and safe protection from all sorts of fears. So in war, they used to carry the flag. The flag is a symbol of security. When the flag is down, the kingdom is lost. So the flag is a symbol of safety, security, protection. In the war also we see Arjuna's chariot flag marked by Kapitvaja or Lord Hanuman. So you can meditate upon Krishna's lotus feet, the flag for protection and fear, to remove all fear. Umbrella. Anyone? Anyone that you want to read?
Yes, Prabhu. Umbrella, it also denotes that those who sit in the shade of the fear become exalted just like Maharajas, great kings, who usually have umbrella held over their heads. Haribol.
Wow. And that's one of the symptoms of the 14 which you just read, the 14 great jewels. So to be under the Chhatra Chaya. So we can pray that Krishna and devotees, the blessing, the umbrella of their blessings, the umbrella of their mercy be always upon us. So those who are in the shade of Krishna's lotus feet become exalted kings. What is the real exalted thing? To have, like how Govardhan is a classic example. Giriraj Maharaj, tomorrow is Giri Govardhan Puja. So Giriraj became the umbrella to protect. And Giriraj is non-different from Krishna and his devotees. So both roles. The Lord becomes an umbrella to protect his devotees. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became the umbrella to protect his devotee, Shri Haridas Thakur, when he was being whipped in the 22 marketplaces. And there are so many such examples. The Lord comes or as a sari, as the umbrella, as the Lord covers his Bhakta Vatsala, provided those who want to take shelter of Krishna's umbrella or Guru's umbrella, Prabhupada's umbrella. The whole family of Prabhupada is like an umbrella. If we are under the protection of ISKCON, Guru Varga, then we will be saved from the harsh torrential rain of the material world. Outside there is so much suffering, so much fire, torrents of rain, hurricanes, but inside the Govardhan is a festival. Sometimes we may not even realize that how much we are so loved, cared, protected by the outside influences. But when we go outside, then we will feel, oh, I didn't realize that this ISKCON society is so wonderful. Sometimes we may, small things here and there, and devotees may fight with each other or argue and and all that stuff. But the outside, we will be completely lost. We will be completely devoured by the torrential rain of Maya. So we should always be under Krishna's umbrella, Guru's umbrella, Prabhupada's umbrella, or ISKCON. I just saw the time actually. It's just so interesting. I didn't realize the time is almost 9:15, and there are quite a few symbols which I don't, it'll be injustice to cover them quickly. So maybe we'll do the remaining symbols tomorrow. Or yeah, tomorrow's Friday. We'll do tomorrow, most likely. We'll see. We'll do it next time. Let's put it this way. Due to any chance we can't have tomorrow, we'll do it. But coming back to swastika, the original question of Raghu Prabhu was swastika. See, one devotee was telling me, any question you ask that it can be turned in any way, which is great, and all is Krishna Katha. So swasti vachan, swasti astu vishwasya. Swasti basically means, or the word swastha also comes from there. Maybe auspicious, right? Swastika is a symbol of auspiciousness. So that's the meaning, is that. Swa. Yes, Nandini Mataji, you want to say more about that?
Yeah, Prabhu, the Sudhir Prabhu asked a nice question. Also, according to Wikipedia, Narakasura was called Naraka before, and that may be, it may think that because Mother Earth was touched by Varahadev when she was in the hellish planets, or she was in the Rasatala. Okay, Prabhu, back to you. Hari Bol.
Thank you. Mataji, I think if we asked, Prabhu asked that question, but great response. So we'll discuss more symbols. And swasti, I think we got the word auspiciousness. That's the meaning. So and sometimes pujas outside Rangoli also, they make this swastika for auspiciousness.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so may Krishna's lotus feet and lotus symbols on the lotus feet bestow all auspiciousness, devotion, and bhakti upon everyone and all your loved ones. Happy Deepavali, happy Damodar Leela, happy Kartik month, happy Sri Ram's arrival back to Ayodhya. Let's pray on this day. May God always be in our hearts, and may we continue to be under Lord's umbrella and continue our devotional service with great enthusiasm, eagerness, and under the guidance of Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. Shri Kartik Damodar Mas ki Jai, Shri Deepavali Mahotsav ki Jai, Shri Damodar Leela ki Jai. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschit dukha bhag bhavet. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you very much.
Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo. Thank you. Hare Bol, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.